Hello, amigo. Eagle Gardens one on Instagram, and this is We Nerd World 10-1624. Hopefully, you guys have had a great week. The internet is slow, and I gotta get used to this little setup that's me in the background running off the laptop these days. Let me get my chat popped out here. There we go. I think we got a little something going once I get the window back up. Justin's Muds, cheers. Big thank you to fucking stopping by the other day.
Cheers, Justin. Thank you.
Operation Annihilation. Z-Boot Fockers. That's a new one. Cheers to you. Random Family Farms J5420. SoCal. Cheers to you, motherfucker. Smoking Grow Fraser. It's always a pleasure to see you, buddy. Kilowatts. Green dot back at you, man. We get the zoo popped out here. I think, I think they're getting this. Shrink this here window. We got something. Maybe bring it down this way. There we go. There's something closer to what I'm used to. Growing my life away. Different here. So different. Uh, what do you guys smoking on? Where do you live? Is there Reynolds there? You see a good rental in your area? Loud and down. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. Think I'm gonna roll one up. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna roll up, but roll something up here. Gotta find a green to roll something. Uh, Listen to a little bit of what we got here? Feel Good Blues. With Smiley's Gardens popping in. What up, Brett Anderson? Cheers, cheers, cheers to you. And oh, we got Modern Farm or Modern Genetics, Modern Farms. So that's funny. What up,
Yeah,
man?
man. How you doing?
Doing.
Thursday. I don't have to say cheers from work, man. It's fucking crazy.
What you smoke today?
Death Star, I believe.
Nice. Nice. You take out, did you get outdoor taken down?
Yeah, first round. So I feel like I took them a little early. Um, but yeah, I took half of them, so I had room to hang, and then we just finished trimming. But like, I've been planning all week to take the next half, but the weather's been like perfect, so I kind of just been letting them go. Getting some cold, crisp nights and some nice, cool, sunny days still. So they're still
Yeah, we've had
they're still pretty green and like I don't know. They threw down some big ass buds on the white cranberries by Jack. So,
nice. Battery's going low. I gotta plug in. So that's awesome. You get at least a two-stage harvest. It makes it easy, a little bit easier to delegate the responsibility of harvest, I guess.
yeah, yeah. I had to break it apart a little bit, overwhelm the dry room. I might have been able to squeeze
Problem
it
to
all,
have.
but it makes it hard to control when it's really full like that too. So
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I had to roll some up myself. just getting today. Almost
Yeah.
out in Michigan there. Man, I was watching a thing about places in Michigan the other day, and well, it was scariest places in Michigan, and it brought up the historical jail in Allegan, Michigan, and said it was open to the public for free and that whatnot. But it showed some of the town, and drove through there today, and man, it is a fucking pretty ass little town that you can tell obviously has a lot of historical value to it. I'd like to dig a little deeper into exactly what happened there. Obviously, it's a lot of something when you're one of the first places to have a jail in Michigan.
Yeah.
And it started out with like a house-like building, you know what I mean?
Oh, no shit.
So yeah, yeah, it was like it housed like 19 prisoners at one point. And just yeah, it was just like yeah, this is a jail for now. We're gonna start holding people at my house.
Oh, yeah, man.
I guess that's how it works. I don't know.
It's better than
But
when they just
yeah,
used
it
to
was
shoot you because it was easier than hauling you around and keeping you in handcuffs and shit. Just like
right,
that
right.
thing.
Pretty crazy times. Cheers, Candy Trooper. How you doing today?
Cheers. How you doing? I'm doing good. What up? How you doing, Smiley?
Good, man. Doing well.
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
I know, right? It's
Yeah.
usually at work right now, but I got let go. So
Oh shit.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
it is what it is. Plenty
Yeah.
out there.
I uh
Word
I
and
took
word.
I took the day off. So
Everybody seems to be in a funk today, and it's even like when I was at the Secretary of State today, everybody was like, "Man, there's something weird in the air today." Just seems like everybody's kind of laid back and yeah,
wasn't
slow.
it a full moon?
You what tonight? I guess is. I know it's the 17th. It's weird how to me how they figure that shit. So is it like because it's tonight and the 12 o'clock passes and it's technically the 17th, how that works?
Well,
Or is it tomorrow, 17th, right?
I I just dropped my daughter off at school this morning and I started the truck up and I started scrolling Facebook and like everybody had like all these comments like, "Oh my God, the moon," and I was just like, "Oh my God, I guess it's a full moon or something." I don't know how they like determine it though.
It's supposed to be a super moon too.
Yeah.
Time of day and or night of the strike of the full moon changes every month. So it kind of changes the actual time of when the strike of the full moon is. That could be actually in the middle of the day for some of us.
Yeah.
It always holds within about a 3 day period, though, as far as the energy goes.
So is it the
It's
full moon tonight or what is it
long,
last tonight?
I believe.
Okay.
Supposed to be like another big red. It's one of from what I've seen, like the one of the biggest in a while. It's supposed to be at its closest.
Okay.
So should be fun to see. It's clear, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Still not have rolled my joint. That's
What
a
are you smoking on,
big old
Smiley?
yawns there.
It's that kind of day apparently, huh?
I guess.
I mean, other than like doing a few errands and then like taking my daughter to school and picking her up, I'm just chilling out. It's one of the reasons I took off because I usually have like our tutor kind of pick her up and drop her off, and she called in sick today, so I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna take it off. I'm gonna go ahead and take her myself and relaxing. Tomorrow's my birthday, so just kind of hanging out and
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah, yeah, happy birthday.
appreciate it.
Would you say 40? You're hitting 40 if I remember right?
Yeah.
Lordy, lordy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
Well,
you nervous about Are you nervous?
not at
I
all.
mean, as life goes, every seems like every zero, you know what I mean?
Every
The
zero.
big 30, big 40, the big 50, you know what I mean? So I was wondering, is that a little bit of that zero angst there?
No, no. And even before like I lost weight, I didn't really like think about it like that either. The only thing that was I saw the milestone coming up and I thought to myself, like, okay, let's be smart about this. Body's been yelling at you the last couple of years. You are about to hit 40. Maybe you should get in shape. And so I went and did that and I feel a lot better now anyway. So I don't really that doesn't scare me, the whole 40 thing. It was just kind of like a metric for me to kind of like to inform like what I should do. And it is a milestone. So that's one of the reasons why I was just kind of okay, need to reevaluate things a little bit. But I feel great. So I mean, I'm not worried about it at all.
Fucking, it's funny you say that because that's where I was at 40, basically. And the point of living here in Michigan merged at that 40 for me. And I was making the very same kind of contemplating the second change of gears, if you will. And that's when I went from trying to do the fucking pull out home improvements, framing. At that point, I was doing a lot of like fucking rough framing and shit like that. And I was like, fuck, man. I don't, every carpenter I know that's, done as a career, you pretty much have to ride that curve out, you know what I mean? And then when you're done, man. But you have to keep going, you know what I mean? You have to keep going,
Yeah.
and then if you stop, you kind of seize up. That's what I've seen of like carpenters or skilled trades, you know what I mean? And I've seen
Yeah.
all that, so I kind of seen that curve, that plateau for me. So at legal cannabis, I was like, all right, this is my shot. This is my
Yeah.
shot. I'm gonna veer over and try to do the full caregivership and hang up the home improvement thing so I can, have that longevity of better health. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And it worked for quite a while till the bottom fell out, and then
Mhm.
then kind of bringing back carpentry these days, but hopefully a little bit more selectively. But that's the same thing I was doing at 40. I was kind of, looking at the longevity of the second half and trying to get the health in order and all that good shit. Very simple.
Yeah. And my daughter's getting older. I just need to set a good example. So, just need to show her, good health because I mean, can you guys hear me? Am I coming in kind of messed up?
No, I hear you.
Good
Okay.
buddy.
Thought I heard a little bit of feedback there for a second. So. But yeah, no, she's getting older and everything. And when I was like that age, no one kind of stopped me from like eating or anything. But I had good like health kind of like examples to look at. And
Now we lost you.
she's always kind of been
Yeah.
like a little bit bigger and stuff. Can you hear me now?
What about yourself there, Smiley? Did you go through a similar
I, I
mid
did
40
actually.
crisis?
Um, Trying to think now. It's been a few years, but at one point, yeah, I was like 223 pounds, and then I kind of started walking a treadmill every day and changed from eating fast food every day and shit like that, and just started eating like a cold cut sandwich instead and whatever. But yeah, I dropped like 60 pounds. I went down to 163. I kind of maintain around 180 right now. So I'm good with that. I really stopped because I was my shoulder. I was doing that P90X too, where it's like all the pull-ups and they do like a shoulder day. And then yeah, just doing some of the pull-ups, all of a sudden my right shoulder just started going pop pop. And it didn't really like hurt in the heat of the moment. But then I did the next one and it did the same thing at the same part of the motion. And I was just like, I don't know, I don't really want to push it to where that does start to hurt. So I don't know, I just kind of stopped. But it changed my metabolism enough that I've just been, you know,
Hell yeah.
I don't have to run crazy like you all.
Be up to 205, and I'm not nearly as tall as you are.
Yeah.
A little bit better health.
I think like my real like when you do like your height and all that, and then they talk about like your, you know, like what my fighting weight would be like 155 or something around there, 150, something like that. Which seems crazy as fuck. Like,
How tall are you again? You're like way taller than me, and I'm 6 foot.
yeah. Yours is 165?
No, like I weigh 168, 170 right now. Actually, I gained a couple pounds just sitting on my ass last weekend. But yeah, no, I'm 6 foot,
You're like
170.
6'1" though, aren't you, Smiley? 6'1", maybe even
No,
six
I'm right
two.
at 6 foot, like just
Right at
5'11"
six
and a
foot.
half or some shit.
Oh, okay.
Very down.
Yeah.
I
But
think you're just
almost.
a lot taller than I expected you to be. That's why I feel like you're like taller than that.
It's a legend that's become now from
Yeah,
one fucking picture where I was standing on a hill.
yeah. That's hilarious.
I know, I crack up because I'm like the shortest in my family too. My brothers are all taller than me. They're like 6'4", 6'5",
Same,
like that. All my cousins, I got a bunch of cousins that are way fucking bunch of them all over 6 foot.
bro. My dad is 6'7". Like
Yeah.
he's tall. Yeah, he's a big dude. Like I am the shortest man on both sides of my family, 100%. I like that's my whole life, like looking up.
All I know is I hit my head enough as it is, dude. I couldn't imagine adding fucking 6 more inches to that shit. Like I would
Bro,
knock my fucking head all the time if that was the case.
oh yeah. No, I hit like in the tight spaces above the growth chambers and stuff that work. Like it's it's a maze of like threaded rod and cut steel and all the pipes and everything. Like if I don't have something on my head, I'm gonna come out of there with cut. Like I bang my big ass head on shit sometimes up there.
Well, I always wore a hat when I was like working under cars as a technician and stuff, because then they'd hit my brim first instead of smashing my forehead and shit like that.
Yeah,
Plus, if shit dripped down, it'd just drip onto the hat when like get into my hair or whatever.
yeah. I have to worry about stuff in my hair. I'm bald as fuck.
You know, now I got a list of chores I got to get done. So, no sitting around one job or another, man. We're gonna be working.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, I'm about to go get on the road here in the next 5 minutes. Here, go get my daughter.
Yeah, I've been hauling shit out of the basement that I've been like, it's been on the list, like, oh, I mean to do that. Now it's like, oh, I got some time to get it done.
So I just realized her birthday was just the other day, right? So it almost fell on your birthday. Is that right?
Her birthday is the first. Mine's tomorrow, and so
Right.
for
So
yeah,
at one point you could have hoped that, you know what I mean, that it was gonna be today, right?
yeah, yeah. No, I was telling her mom like, just hold on a little bit more because my grandpa has my grandpa on my dad's side, and then my uncle on my dad's side were both born on the same day as well. So
Oh
there would
no
have
shit.
yeah, there would have been four of us.
Super cool.
That's kind of
Super cool.
weird.
That's awesome. Yeah. Very nice. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
All is amongst us, boys. Trees are fucking changing. It's pretty outside. Getting fucking cold. Holy shit, man. I woke up this
I know
morning
that's
and it
why.
was like,
What do you think, Ken? I was leaving them out because of the cold nights. We have these cold, clear nights here and like cold, cooler, sunny days. So it's not supposed to be real. I mean, I know it's getting late in the season, but I don't know where I heard it, but I always heard that there's like the production of terpene and trichomes and all that increases when there's a wider gap between day and night temperature at a certain point in flower. I don't remember.
So I've actually found that to be true as well. At one point, I was like on the third floor of an apartment building growing, and we were on the exposed wall, the outside, where the growth space was. And so one winter, before I fully insulated that back wall that was exposed into the growth space, and realizing how cold it actually fucking got in there on those temperature drop nights, like super cold nights. Um, I harvested after that happened where we just had like temperature drops and it was the same strain. I didn't do anything different except have those temperature drops and it was fire. It was a lot better. And so from my own personal data, having that experience on accident, I induced that when I actually had a grow space when I was up in Michigan at one point. And it again happened same strain, same situation, just the temperature drops towards the end, like how you're trying to do. And for me, it was increased terpene production, like you're saying, like the flavor was there, and it slapped a lot more than the other one did. To be honest, when you go to smoke it, so it had better bag appeal. Honestly, I had different colors coming off on it as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
we had some strains outdoors here, and some of them were definitely way further behind the other ones. So we had some that were able to take down early, and some of them got pulled like midway. You know what I mean? And then they got covered, and a few of them, four of them went the distance there. And man, the fourth day that went through the pressures that you guys are talking about. And then, granted, in my opinion, at the point where the other ones were taken down, those ones almost looked like they were just starting to flower. So it wasn't look they got extra time. You know what I'm saying? As far as like they were just further along in the cycle, but the cold snaps for going along further along made that buds look a lot more stickier. I mean, they're way stickier than what came down earlier. So I don't know if that cold pressure brought on a lot of that stickiness, you know what I mean? Because the other stuff was pretty. It was well trichrome covered and stuff like that. It didn't have the greasiness of that outdoor that went further along into the cold there, I guess is what I'm saying.
All I've noticed is like just walking up and around them. So they're in the backyard behind my garage, but up in front of the garage in the driveway, you didn't really notice the smell all year. And now it's like you get out of your car and you're like, holy shit. You know, it's like start worrying about the neighbors and like, holy shit, anybody delivering here can smell that shit. Like it got real strong over this last week anyway. Like, and the plants are starting to do the big buds have all flopped over. There was one section I didn't get. So I ran the string, the stretchy string kind of square netting. I ran a row of that, and then as they grew up, I ran a second row. But the white cranberries by Jack Skillington, when they hit stretch, like I don't know, they caught me off guard. I didn't get to them to where when I did get to trying to put the netting on, they were just way too fucking big. I wasn't even gonna make it happen. So those ones have all flopped over, but the ones that I actually got the two rows of netting, they're a good 14 inches apart in the netting. Those ones have all stayed up straight. The plants look like we've had wind and all that shit, and they just look like they're fine, like nothing happened. Yeah, the floppy ones I'm getting a little worried about.
I think it adds a good stress. Cheers, SoCal.
Cheers, guys. I had to jump in here. I was making my coffee. I was going to jump in a minute ago, but you guys were talking about, getting older and trying to get in shape and all that. And I'm thinking, fuck, I'm over here, pushing 50. And
Pushing. Are
I'm
you not 50 yet?
we got until April. So,
Ah,
but I'm over here thinking, well, shit, I'm pushing 50 and I'm thinking about getting a faster dirt bike, and I'm still out here climbing trees and shit. So
I thought you were gonna jump on. I was thinking round is a shape. Like
it is.
so I'm in a shape.
I'll
I
tell you
don't know.
what. I've been trying to build up my YouTube channel a little bit, and I've been doing some lives and whatever. And I was out in the yard the other day doing a live, just shooting some archery, practice or whatever. And I went back and watched it, and I realized I'm a fat motherfucker.
No, the camera adds weight, man. The camera always adds.
No, no,
The
no,
scale is off. The fucking mirror is off.
no.
All
I
of that's
saw the
actually true. All of that's actually true.
Wife keeps shrinking your pants. Son of a
right, right. No, I went back and I watched a little bit of my live just to kind of check the video quality and whatnot. And I saw myself from the side profile and I was like, holy fuck, I'm like Peter Griffin over here.
Yep, that's awesome. I figured you'd be sweating it out now, man. You're in the desert like that. You'd be.
Yeah, I thought I would too. As much as I've been, like with deer season, as much as I've been hiking and climbing trees and shit and, going down to the desert and riding and all that. It's just, it's like I'm gaining weight every time I sweat.
You've been seeing any deer anywhere?
I haven't seen shit this year. It's been a bad year.
Oh,
Um, I've seen, I did see the buck that I was chasing all year last year. I saw him a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, he's bigger than he was last year, but one side was broken off, so I kind of let him live. So if he makes it through this season, then I know where to find him next year because he's been in the same place for 2.5, 3 years now. So, but yeah, I'm seeing more hikers, more mountain bikers, and more yuppies with toddlers and backpacks than anything.
I imagine it's pretty hard, man, out there. Try to find something. It's not like there's huge herds of them or anything.
so is that in itself an increase? Because I've kind of been saying that a lot this year. Is like I've seen more people outdoors riding bikes, fucking
Yep.
hiking, doing shit than I ever have. So is that what you're saying, that you've seen a huge increase of people, or it's just
Yeah,
that's your luck?
I think it's
Been
like
your luck.
the new hip thing is to go buy like a $5,000 mountain bike that's way too far advanced for your skills, and just go blow out all the trails you can find. So, and then I'm in San Diego, so it's like everybody's wants to be the yuppie on the new trend and the new health kick and this and that, and we have 35, 40 minutes from downtown San Diego, we have some of the most beautiful hiking trails in the state. So it's just becoming like the new little hip thing to do, I guess. But my thing is, like, if you're out there hiking in the mountains and you got your kid in a backpack, you got issues. You need a psychiatrist.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
You know,
Backpacking. Well, it used to be a leash. So have they stepped up?
yeah. Apparently, the leash was too much freedom.
It's funny.
Yeah, I guess I'm starting to call them kangaroo parents because they keep their kid in the fucking pouch.
That's a good description.
I did have a
Marsupials.
I did have a really interesting experience the other day though. I have abandoned my tree stand and I went to saddle hunting, which for those of you that don't know, saddle hunting is it's kind of like a setup that an arborist would use to kind of climb up and hang in the tree. So I'm a lot more mobile and I can, I don't got a lot of shit to carry. I just kind of wear it's like a little seat, that hooks up to the tree. I was 20 feet up the tree the other day and I hear some people come walking through and, I'm thinking I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to be quiet. And lo and behold, they decided to hang out about 15 yards from my tree for a while. And I guess the mood struck right. And they decided that, that log was the best place to, get down to business.
Nice. Got a show.
I'll tell you what, if you've never seen a girl turn that bright red.
Oh, did you let them know you didn't stay in?
Oh, I waited for about 15 minutes and I started clapping and cheering. I'm like, yeah, boy, go
Get
to
it.
town. And they're looking around like, who the fuck is here? And it took them about a good 10 minutes to realize I was up in the tree.
That's awesome.
15 minutes. He all got caught. Oh, that's
They
funny.
mad? Were they mad?
Oh, they were furious.
They
But,
really got
what
no
are they going to
reason to
do?
be mad. Like, what the fuck? You're the ones out and
Right, right. You're the ones right off the side of a hiking trail going to town.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Pretty much.
what if like the church group would have went walking by that day? You gonna get mad at them?
That's
It
funny.
was kind of funny, because they spent a couple minutes looking around, like making sure nobody could see where they were at and all this shit. And I'm up here in the tree, like, you guys are right in my line of sight.
It'd been funny if you could have like a BB gun or something. You could shoot him in the butt while he's going to town.
I
I
thought
got
about
stung by a bee.
I actually thought about putting an arrow in the tree that they were using as their little we'll call it bench. Their little leaning bench, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But that would have been I think that would have been a little too much.
You had to scare him so the dude runs off with his pants down around his ankles and shit.
Oh, it was. I'll tell you what, it was an
Throws her
experience.
in between him and the threat and runs the other way.
Right. Right. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. So I was thinking, like, I was about to do a YouTube live, and I had my phone out and contemplating it. I was checking cell service and all that, and I hear them come walking up, and I'm thinking, like, well, do I just still go live? But I opted to be cool, and
That's called content right there, man. That's
yeah, yeah.
That's
But
well, that's an
but
accidental banding.
yeah,
And I have seen in the past people covering like events and people just walking up, like not because people, people are in their own little bubble anyways. And then you add alcohol or drugs into it. So you don't necessarily, and this is so common. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? You could be talking to somebody who knows if you're fucking live streaming. You know what I mean? So seen people come up in the middle of, hey, I'm at da 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 da, and somebody just come up and flip off their fucking wiener and fucking piss
yep,
right there in the middle of the live stream. Possible accidental strikes. Sometimes, you know what I mean?
yep.
Catching some accidental shit like that in the background. I guess what I could say.
That was kind of my thought too. Is like I'm putting too much effort into my YouTube channel nowadays to get it taken down again. But on that note, I do want to say something about that. I've noticed A buddy of mine's been doing the same thing. He's been doing streams and stuff, and I've noticed between a couple of my friends' live streams that I watch and my own, I want to throw a big old shout out to everybody here in the chat because of all of the live streams that I see. This chat is the most respectful that I've ever seen.
Well, fuck off.
That's a good compliment right there. He said,
Well, yeah, fuck you, chat, for being so fucking straightforward and not being assholes.
No, it is true. It's good chat.
Yeah, it's you don't get the disrespect and you don't get all the bullshit that a lot of these other people are getting, and I think that's fucking awesome. I can't tell you
this
how many
is a good
times
chat.
I
Sometimes
can't tell you how many
it's fun,
times I look at my chat while I'm doing a live stream or something, and I got 5 comments like, "Oh, how'd you tell your parents are gay?" or "Oh, you're my favorite transgender live streamer," or just stupid shit like that. You don't see that here, and I gotta freaking commend all of you guys because that's awesome. That's awesome.
It's because he's been on long enough. All those guys have kind of come and gone.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. That might be a thing though, realistically, to where the like hazing almost YouTube. I definitely went through my phase of fucking hope you get cancer and shit like that. There was I had a battle of people fucking throwing cheap shots there in the beginning there for sure. In there. I was like, I need a little help here. There's idiots.
I remember some of
The
them.
angry Italian kid was still the funniest one.
I mean, come on, what is it? Fucking, we definitely went through our phase of porn fucking links there at one point. They're even in the shout outs. They've been blocked. So they had so many different accounts and shit. I mean, almost 90% of if you looked at the shit that's blocked, people that are blocked, is all that shit right
Oh
there. It's like
yeah,
porn,
Yeah.
porn, porn, porn,
the one's
porn,
popping
porn,
up in
where we've had
chat.
fake out people and chat. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
So
bad.
I think it could be just a hazing, hopefully short lived for ASOCal.
Yeah. You know what though? It's me. I fucking go right back on them. So yeah. All they're doing is helping the algorithm. But I mean, what
Right?
kind of what kind of life do you have to live to come into somebody's freaking YouTube that you've never met or seen or whatever and start talking about all this gay shit and oh, you're my favorite tranny and this and that. It's like, dude, get a fucking life.
It is funny though. Like what you said, like what, why, who does that?
Right. Like, don't you got, a life to live?
That's the troll.
Are
That's the
you gonna
definition of a troll.
is there a
There's so many.
possibility that go ahead, Ken?
I was just gonna say SoCal. It's like no, there aren't so many people that have to live a life. There's so many NPCs out there.
That's true. True. I mean, hey, I do got some big old man titties, but it doesn't mean I'm a tranny.
So is there gonna be a thing as you come into the hunting season and you're active on the channel to where like you're gonna like we'll get some like Fred Bear nature footage, you know what I mean? Where you've just got the camera set up and you're just gonna capture that fucking shot live on air and shit, you know what I mean?
That's kind of what I'm going for. I'm having issues though with the GoPro linking up to the phone to actually, live stream or any of that shit. So,
Mm-hmm.
once I get that all squared away, then yeah, I'll be just setting the GoPro up in the tree and, using the streaming it through the phone. But I'm hoping to catch a murder, on the YouTube live.
That's funny.
There's always been a fucking a calling for that. You know what I mean? There's always been them Sunday hunting shows on
Oh yeah,
PBS and shit as far as I can remember and shit. So I'm
yeah,
sure there's a calling for it, and it's still today that somebody would sit there and, soothingly watch the nature and the birds fly by, and you know what I mean? I think it
oh
would
yeah.
be a good thing, brother.
Well, I mean, look at what's it called, the Pursuit Channel and the Sportman Channel and all that. It's all nothing but hunting and fishing and shit. They've been on TV for decades, so there's people watching.
They usually want to get something though, like actually at the to make it a show.
Yeah, and it's funny because there's a couple of those shows. Uh, there's one. It's called Blaine's Real World. And the guy's kind of a fucking tweaker weirdo, but his whole premise is like, oh, I do everything that the general public can do, and I'm not out here hunting these canned deer and these 20-foot tall fenced in ranches and every show the guy's killing something. And so I sent a message to the show and I'm like, hey, you say you're so real. I challenge you. Come out here to San Diego. Got no response.
You can shoot one of the 5 deer that are still in San Diego.
I think we have 3 left right now because
Like a bounty. It's like a bounty on them and shit.
yeah, yeah. Well, there's actually a video I posted up, a little short on my channel a few days ago, where I was kind of walking into my spot, and a couple hundred yards away, I hear a fucking mountain lion screaming.
Oh,
So I didn't actually put eyes on that one this time, but I've seen 4 mountain lions so far this year, and I've seen maybe 5 deer.
I was just gonna say that's about as lucky as you have been with deer.
Right, and all the deer I've seen was does and fawns. Except for the one, but yeah.
Hmm.
We have there's been stuff in the local news out here about people in you know San Diego is kind of like any other place, Detroit or wherever, where you got your main downtown and then you got all the little suburbs surrounding it. There's actually people catching mountain lions in the suburbs now. And when I say suburbs, it's straight up concrete jungle. There's no outskirts where there's woodlands or forest or open space. There's people on their ring cameras and shit now catching mountain lions cruising down the street.
That'd be some shit.
They're getting
So,
more and more plentiful. Like, you're hearing a lot about them in northern Michigan, and I didn't think we had them here in Michigan. But when I was up that way, I heard quite a bit about hearing cats up that way, and it's kind of scary. Bear bothered me. I mean, it's like somebody just like I don't do a lot of hunting, but I do some running. And the thought of like, you know what I mean? Run a bear coming across my path or fucking big old cat, you know, is you can see in some of the run videos where I've got a knife in my hydration pack right here to where I'm like, fuck it, if I'm running through the woods, man, I don't know what the fuck's gonna come on the side of the road, you know what
Yep.
I mean? So yeah. I thought a big cat scares me, but they're up here, and that surprised me when I heard it.
I just seen a video like that. A guy was riding his mountain bike and he's got his camera on his helmet or whatever, and he turns to the side and there's a fucking grizzly bear running full steam at him. And he
Yeah.
just is like, oh shit, oh shit, just keeps riding, riding, riding. Luckily, somebody shot a gun or whatever, it just scared the bear away or whatever. But he was getting chased for a minute, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'd be cleaning my shorts, dude. Something want to kill you. It's a whole
I'll tell
different
you what,
ball
though,
game right there.
if given the choice, I'll come head to head with a bear over a mountain lion.
Think
Because,
so?
at least, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. At
You
least
guys
the
ever go
bear,
boar hunting?
what's that?
I was gonna say, have you ever gone boar hunting?
Yeah, those fuckers are mean too.
Fuck yeah, they are.
They're
Yeah,
mean. They don't back down.
no, and they travel in packs.
Yeah. But see, the problem with the mountain lion is they hide up in trees and they'll wait for you to walk by and they'll jump on your back.
Oh yeah,
The bear, even though the bears are, people think like, oh, it's a freaking 600-pound bear. I'll hear him coming. No,
no.
you won't. No, you won't. You'll be 5 feet from him and won't even see him. But at least you got a little more defense with a bear. There was
Yeah, that didn't help any my thing about my fear of running with cats. Thank you.
yeah. Well, here's a weird thing. California, if you're a bow hunter, it's illegal for you to carry any type of firearm where you're bow hunting, right? If I'm a rifle hunter, I can carry a bow. So it totally doesn't make sense. But I'm at the point now where if I'm out there and I'm deer hunting, I know there's cats out there now. I have a fucking 357 on my hip every time I'm out. And, if the game warden wants to give me a ticket or whatever, I'll take that ticket every time. Because if it comes down to, mountain lion coming up my ass with a bow, you're going to be shaky as hell and you might get one shot off. And odds are you're going to miss because you're going to be shaky and fucking running. So I'll take my chances with the ticket for having that 357.
Plus, they're protected,
I
aren't they?
believe it's hunting.
Yeah, and all other 49 states in the country, you can hunt them. Here, they're freaking protected.
Yeah, gun you can shoot and hopefully scare them away just with the noise, not have to kill them or whatever.
Right. Right.
Bow, you're gonna have to stick them.
If you're lucky, you're gonna stick them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. It ain't. I ain't trying to shoot one arrow at a mountain lion that ain't gonna do shit. So, if I shoot a warning shot with that 357 and he keeps coming, well, then I shoot the lion. But the way the laws here are written, technically, I cannot shoot a mountain lion that's chasing me down until it makes physical contact with me.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
I've actually had a game warden tell me that if you do end up shooting a mountain lion, you better make sure that you have scratches or cuts or bites or something.
Wow.
So I figure if I end up shooting one, what I'm doing is I'm taking my knife out of my pocket and I'm cutting the shit out of myself.
Grab its claws and rake through your pants real quick and
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. A tooth in the arm or something.
It's crazy. Great stuff.
Democracy at work, gentlemen. Democracy at work.
Right? more common sense and laws.
yeah.
Here's one of the apex predators chasing you down. You got to make him fucking bite you before you can kill him. It makes sense to me.
You're supposed to be the apex predator.
He is with
Yeah,
his
well.
357.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring the family farms rolling through.
What up, Seth?
Yo,
It's happening, man.
fucking bad news, Brown over here. I went and changed my furnace filters yesterday, right? And then today's the big day where I go turn the furnace on. Fucking nothing. Like,
Nice.
That's
nothing.
rough.
So I call up the people. They're coming today. These motherfuckers getting 165 an hour. Damn, we're in the wrong
Yep.
business.
That's why I keep telling all these young kids out there, man. You know, if you're right out of high school and you don't know what to do, you know, look at HVAC or plumbing and electrical.
Yep.
You don't got to pay for college, and you make a damn good wage.
Yeah, the shop I was just at, the refrigeration, they were like 170 an hour.
Yeah,
It sucks too. I just loaded my whole flower room the other day. Wall to wall. You couldn't even squeeze through there. Like, you know what I mean? Crawling under shit.
So you
Just
got
so
to
I
get
could
through
move
there.
everything out of there. And there's no way he would have made it through there.
That's
Yeah, it's all hauled out now. I got a little walkway. At least you can fit through. Mhm.
So
This
he
the
just walked
culprit right
around
here.
them, or did you have
This
to hide him?
motherfucker.
you got to make
Like,
him wear like a hazmat suit when he
Make an
goes in there.
aisle through here. My my box is over here. The panel box, in case he needs to get to that.
Plants are looking all right though.
Yeah, they are.
I know I grew everything way too. Look at it, I fucked up.
They got
I
way
grew
too big.
everything. Grew everything way too big. Everything had to get
Way
super
too big.
cropped. Things are touching the damn light damn near. Oops,
Yep.
man. I
Yeah,
done
you did
fucked
what
up.
I do. You did what I do. You tried to grow it house.
Oops.
I don't know why, but we have to go through this every once in a while to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the meantime, everything in veg is just getting bigger and bigger. It's all gonna. So you got a little super croppage on everything, and still bounced back up. I had to super crop things twice because they pop back up.
Yep.
Well, that's fun. This is fun.
Should yield well at least.
Yeah. Yep. If you're gonna grow, you might as well use your spot to wisely. You know what I mean? Fill it up wall to wall.
Could always put a net around them and bend them over.
I can't do that because I have plants coming in at different times, so I can't trellis anymore, which sucks. Trellising is a pain in the ass anyway, because it's such a pain in the ass to harvest out of it. But having all the bamboos and shit like that are poking eyes isn't good either. That's my new upgrade, 2025. Getting rid of all the bamboos and replacing them with the whatever the fuck that plastic is looking
all
shit
the
is.
ones.
Yeah.
That's a smart move.
People would say people would say the bamboos aren't good because there's plenty of spots to hide, bugs to hide and shit, problems.
Yep.
But if you don't have no problems,
yeah, they hold them in cracks, whatever.
That's why if you don't have no problems, there's no problems in the bamboos. You know what I mean? I ain't being bamboozled.
Well, and then plastic ones, you can wipe them down, sanitize them, whatever. But
Yep, that's my new upgrade for that's pretty much the only thing I'm gonna do different next year.
Yeah, but if you show me one grower that says they've never had a problem with any kind of bug or mite or anything like that, I'll show you a fucking liar.
Hell yeah. I've had plenty of my problems, but I think the big key, what's been helping a lot? Recycling my soil, like reusing it. And then the only thing that's getting brought in new is this granular plant food that doesn't have any bugs in it. So there's no way there's no way nothing's coming in. You know what I mean? I don't let anyone go into my grow room. And it's one of those deals, like if I go outside, I'm not gonna go into my flower room right after. I'll change my clothes and make sure everything's good.
Well, what are you gonna do with the HVAC guy that's coming today? You gonna make him like
He's gonna walk through with his fucking clothes all right in there with the flower room, like
he's got to strip down,
making me tweak out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta go make him wear
naked down there. So he doesn't steal nothing.
Run down to Home Depot or something real quick and get the coveralls for a painter. Make him wear that.
Yeah. You know,
They're only like $6,
I'd make them wear a Tyvek suit.
right? Yeah, that's what
I
they.
got the
Yeah,
I got the shoe booties too.
That's funny.
yeah, but you don't know if that guy just came from
Shoe
little
booties.
Mrs. Jones's house, who's got freaking some infestation on her house plant, and you know he
Not
just brought
even
that
that.
to you.
Nowadays, like because I have to walk him through, and he's gonna be all these dudes say the same thing. Oh, we see this shit all the time, which is even scarier because now that means that guy's been at a house that possibly has spider mites in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not just a house plant, but actual weed plants.
Right.
That's where I was just getting at is, man, if there's a spider mite dude, that'd be it because that's everything sucking to where he works on. You know what I mean? The filters
Yep.
that are keeping him out and shit, and the crawl space. Yeah, not to put any added pressure to the situation. Yeah, in my opinion, that out of the that'd be the dude.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, that's my main
uh,
number one concern where I work is cross contamination because like I work in the insectary and so there's three different types of bugs and there's all sorts of studies and they're all in the rooms right next to each other. It's my job to make sure they don't interact because the scientists aren't they don't give a shit about that.
We got a plant stashed over here.
Nice.
Mr.
Yeah.
Nice chunky freaking top bud right there.
Plant's all stashed in here.
Some fun work, office work
See
right
what's
there.
behind door number two.
Hopefully it stayed warm enough in there for him too. Cold.
Oh no, it's nice in here now. It's like 70 in the house, but it
Right.
is getting cold at night. The lights all keep everything hot too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's about enough heat to. I mean, it's what 20, 28 degrees where they start dying.
Oh, I don't know. You see, Mendo Dope had fucking like 6, 8 inches of snow on their buds, and then they took the branch and like pulled it back and flung it forward. All the snow went flying and shit. The buds were still fine.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fresh frozen.
Right.
No, I know the plant can take the temperature. It's just the process of photosynthesis. So, like, if the room's staying cold and you get in an indoor, your lights come on, the plant's not going to be able to process that.
Yeah, definitely
Same
stunts the
as
growth.
it could if the temperature was right. And
Yeah.
Well, I haven't turned my heat on all year, and it probably doesn't need to be turned on yet. But I just wanted to turn it on to make sure it worked, and then of course it didn't. It's good I'm finding this out now.
Yeah. You're talking about turning on your heat, and I turned on my air conditioner in April and haven't turned it off yet.
I know, like I was talking to Johnny last night. It was like 90 out still, and
Yeah.
it was at nighttime. And over here, it's like a couple degrees above freezing.
Yeah.
Bottom's falling out here already. I'm jealous. Jealous of them temperatures now.
You guys got any Michigan events coming up? Or
I believe there's a Halloween thing coming, uh, but I haven't been really looking. Yeah, that's with you. Life's kind of taking a different tact at the moment, so kind of focusing on some different shit at the moment.
I got the
It's
next
kind
thing
of
I'm going to
weird.
be
And
November
as far
9th.
as that goes, I was going to ask finally, and not necessarily about events, but I've seen a post by a rascal farmer right here in Michigan. Actually, because I see, well, rascals post And I had again because I've been so scatterbrained lately on my life. I haven't had time to look into his post, but it said pretty much it is federally legal here again in Michigan. So like if they're not like giving you slaps on the hand anymore. They're, enforcing federal law on overages, which kind of takes the growing there. He basically Michigan. He was getting on his backpack with a Cologne and flash country because yeah. So have you heard anything about especially here in Michigan?
I have not. You've been breaking up real bad, so I caught only parts of that, but I haven't heard anything about that.
Oh, yeah. And it's something I need to look into, but I hope it ain't. I hope it ain't real.
Have you guys heard the bullshit with California where Governor Nutscum just signed an order to ban all um, CBD products that contain any THC whatsoever?
Why?
Mhm.
Apparently, it's bad to have CBD and THC together now.
It's because of the perception that most of the CBD products are hemp and they're supposed to be THC free. And hemp has been the underground like way to just like massively grow like cannabis because they'll just grow like a couple acres or do a bunch of like light dep rooms of it and then just be like, oh wow, this tested too hot. We've got to quote unquote destroy this. And then it just
Yeah.
disappears into the black market.
Yep.
So they ruined it for everybody.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was. It was over, the people saying, "Oh, it's hemp and it's got THC in it," and they're saying, "Oh, now kids can get to it." Well, on the black market, kids have always been able to get to it, but you're going after the legit market. So,
In
you got to
my
show
mind, they
ID to
go
get into a
hand in hand.
dispensary.
In my mind, they go hand in hand. Uh, in the flower side of things, CBD kind of helps you from going too far. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Kind of the breaks of the cannabis. So, but on the flip side of that, CBD as medicine doesn't want to stay in the system. So you need some THC in there, want some in there to hold it in the body longer because the THC will carry longer. So you kind of want them paired a little bit,
Mhm.
even in your recreational, as the breaks to keep you from getting too fucked up. And on the medical side, you need it present to keep the CBD in your body so it can actually fucking work. So them saying it can't be present in there is kind of really limiting the medicine all on itself and maybe driving the CBD market in a bad way because it's not as effective. Now we get back to the people that try it and go, oh, it worked for a second. I can't afford it, and that's the other side of things. It can be
Mhm.
costly. Work for a second, but I can't cost it you. I can't be eating gummies all day. Them fuckers are expensive. A little
Yeah.
bit of THC would drive that just a little bit further and make it, a better option. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah. And well, when it comes down to the government shit, it's all about the money. If they can't make the money on it, then they're going to ban it.
Jerry Maguire.
Right? Exactly. Show me the money and then give me some more.
Yeah, it is sick how they went about it. Like it's some huge money fucking grab to have.
Right. Well, and the difference, we still have medical here. You can still get a medical card. Um, even though it's, completely recreational. And the dispensaries that still classify themselves as, medical, have two different options when you go in. You can go to the recreational side and buy just whatever shit they put on the shelf, or you can go to the medical side if you have your card and you still buy whatever shit they put on the shelf, but the taxes are different. So it's all about that money. How much can they tax it, and how much can they regulate it?
It's all going to be that way. It's just like people don't really grow their own tobacco, right? If you're a smoker, you're not really growing your
Right.
own tobacco to smoke. It's going to become that way too with this. Like, I mean, there'll be the people like just like tomatoes. I mean, the bulk majority of any tomato is going to be a commercially grown,
Yep.
I mean, tomato. Even though, yeah, there are people that grow their own tomatoes still and maybe share them with friends and maybe they're better. I don't know. But like, still, no matter what, the bulk, largest part of the market is going to be that commercially grown
Yep.
shit. And
Yep.
they'll be able to blow out anybody's prices, all of that. The market will settle. They're already starting to see, like I've seen in chat, a lot of farms for sale. There's a lot of people falling out even this year. And
Yeah. Well, and with like, for example, the tomatoes, it's like, oh, hey, look, George, we got some tomatoes from old Betty down the street, but it's more of a novelty than it is anything else now. People aren't growing fruits and vegetables to sustain. They're growing it for, the status quo, you know?
I just think the freshness of it too. I think a lot of people we've gotten away from the basics. I mean,
Mhm.
look at it. Society today. People don't know how to hunt, fish, hand. You know what I mean? There's a difference between having a garden and eating fresh, fruits, vegetables, and then, planning ahead and canning and shit.
Right.
And there's some work to canning and, jars storage of jars when you're not, you know what I mean? And some people just same thing. They can go out and you fucking shoot their deer and eat that way, but they'd rather go to the store and buy that steak. You know what I mean? I think at some point the gardens are people like fruit while it's in season, but when it's not, they'll deal with the shit they can get at the store, which is sad because again, they should be looking a little bit more ahead and doing a canning. But that was all lost. When was that lost? Way in probably about the 50s, 60s, something like that, where they
Yeah.
pushed everybody from their home garden into the grocery stores.
So it's when they jacked up
Yeah.
rent and everyone has to work instead now instead of stay home and garden. Everyone's at work all day now. I mean, you used to be that was your work. I mean, that's how you ate.
Right.
Very true.
That's why
Very
when we hit 40, that's why when we hit 40% on your taxes and stuff, nobody's done anything. And when back in the day, 2%, we fucking made our own country.
Yeah. Oh, could you imagine this new generation having to live, off the land?
Dude, my
It'll be-
grandma is like 98 years old like this year and stuff, and she was teaching me how to do like canning and stuff. She had a farm in Ohio, and that's like where I grew up and everything, man. It's just, and then I moved like to a different area, and it's just kind of like you were saying, it's like they wouldn't be able to survive. And that's how I've always kind of like looked at them, like, how have you like made it this far? To like a lot of people in my own generation, I kind of like looked at that way, But it's just kind of I was raised differently, is like what I've kind of come to, and I've had different experiences too. So I don't know. I'm
Right.
pretty sure a lot of people have that kind of mindset as well. People have actually like gone out and lived life and like had a come up on their own and be their own support structure and everything like that. And then maybe, like vets and everything, people have been in emergency services, like, you kind of just come across some of these like soft people and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's amazing how many
Yeah. Anyway,
how many
sorry.
of these youngsters. It's amazing how many of these youngsters I've seen. The little area that I'm hunting deer, I park in the same spot. There's like a little, little kind of turnout thing off the side of the road, and you know, throwing my camo on and getting all my stuff out of the truck. And I couldn't tell you how many people, come up and started screaming at me about, oh, you're a murderer. And, you should be ashamed, this and that. And it's like, well, where do you think that meat under the cellophane wrapping in the grocery store came from? It didn't grow on a tree.
Well, that's why you
Yeah.
go to Burger King and get 3D printed meat.
Right. Right.
Oh my God. Have you had one of those what is it? Those burgers that
No,
are fake meat, whatever they are?
Impossible Burger or whatever the fuck
The
it was.
Impossible Burger. I
I,
had
I
that
was
one time and it was fucking delicious. And then like my digestion was fucked up for like the next like 2 days. I was like, yeah,
I
I
think
don't
yeah,
that's
I
what
think
was
I'm supposed to
happened
eat
at
it.
Burger King. I think they tested the Impossible Whopper, and then they just phased it over on everybody. And then from that point, at least the Burger Kings around me went fucking straight downhill. It's like we knew, but we didn't know because they didn't tell us. It was just, but I'm kind of thinking they just had the whole like. Oh, by the way, while we're on this topic, fuck the chicken Big Mac.
Oh, I forgot
I
what
got
you
size chicken nuggets. Fake ass food. I forgot what I was talking about. Fuck the chicken Big Mac.
I haven't eaten fast food since I moved out here to the middle of nowhere, and I'll tell you what, I feel a lot better for it.
Unfortunately, I've been eating a little bit too much fast food lately. No, it's killing me.
Shout out to Wendy's
The
in the
whole
biggie bag though.
the whole reason I had to move my dad in and take care of him is because when he was living out there in Utah, he went to Arby's.
I was waving to see if I was frozen or not because my chat's like frozen too. Oh, no, there it goes.
I thought that's
There
funny.
it
I just
is.
said Angel, I'm like, oh, McDonald's just froze us up. Legit.
Yeah, I was
You
switching from
word,
Wi-Fi to
you
Bluetooth.
word said. Totally funny. But unfortunately, boys, we've hit that 2 o'clock hour, man. Got started a little bit late today, but I got life, life adulting. I guess they call that these days a life or adulting matters that need to be taken care of. So
Did everybody just freeze up, or was that just my bullshit internet?
No, that was everyone.
no,
I froze
McDonald's,
up
I believe, got
too.
a SoCal.
Okay, okay.
They talked to the McChicken or whatever, and I think they froze us right up, all of us.
It straight kicked me out of Zoom and everything for a minute.
We did so. Because it hit everybody. I thought it was me. Smiley kind of thought it was him. You had some problems. Yeah. I
Okay.
think we said some, or I said some
Sorry,
no
Chicken
phrases.
Mac.
Sorry, McDonald's. We didn't mean it. We'll take it back.
Your food is delicious.
I'll get
Love
it.
your
Sorry.
health food.
I'll get it shut down. Here's the chicken
Thank you.
McNugget
I
recipe.
enjoy your coffee.
I love food burger.
Oh
All
yeah,
right, well,
Eagle.
I'm out of here. Thanks for fucking letting me hop on. Peace and love, weed nerds. Random Family
Peace.
Farms. Out.
Peace.
Yeah, you go. I'm gonna jump too. Good to see you,
Hey guys.
SoCal, Canada Trooper. Just let me know if you need a hand, man. I can head down there. Be about an hour down there. So, but
Right on, man. I'll let you know.
Thank you, Smiley.
Thank you. Yes,
I'm
very
fine.
much.
All right, guys. Take it easy. Thanks for having me on. Take it easy, Eagle.
You have a good day, brother.
Cheers.
Happy
You too.
birthday. You have a happy birthday tomorrow, man.
Oh yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Right on.
All right,
All right.
guys. Cheers.
I guess I'll be the next one to jump out of here. Eagle, fuck you for having us. Chat, fuck you for being here. I'm gonna be kind of shameless here and say go check out my YouTube. Trying to build it up. So I'd appreciate everybody in this chat being over there because you guys, like I said earlier, are fucking cool as hell and some of the most respectful on the entire YouTube streams. So on that note, fuck everybody. Make somebody's day. Tell them to fuck off, and we'll see you later.
Have a good day, brother. I can't argue none of that. I can't argue none of that. So, with that being said, thank you guys very much for hanging out on this early Thursday episode, this trial edition on the laptop here. Life is evolving, things will be changing. Um, but with the improvement and I guess life improvement of the laptop and the ability of a hotspot, no matter what happens in the near future, we'll still be able to try to keep this thing rolling one way or another. With that being said, you guys have an amazing weekend, and we will see you Monday. Thank you very much. Do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. And with that being said, I am out of here. You have a great